Hi, I'm Alex.
And I'm Ben.
And today we're going to be doing our Shelf of Shame list. So it's our top 10 games that we have, but we would like to play. We've never played them, but we would like to. So.
Yeah, we have a problem.
We buy a lot of games, but we don't play a lot.
We have every intention of playing them at some point, but we open them, we organize them, we look through them.
And we don't play them.
And they never hit the table. We've probably played about half of the games that we own.
And we own a lot of games.
Today we're going to each talk about 10 games that we really want to play, but for some reason we haven't played them. Some of them we've had for a couple weeks, some of them I've had for a couple years, and we just never hit the table. But they really need to, because we really want to play them, because we know we'll like them.
Right.
So, what's number 10?
My number 10 is Dinosaur Island. I love dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs. And so that's pretty much the only reason why I want to play this game. I love dinosaurs.
Like the Jurassic Park aspect of
yes,
having all the different the dinosaurs, and then having the park, and then having the hooligans come in and try and wreak havoc and try and let the dinosaurs out and eat all the guests.
Yep, I do, and it has a little DNA strand there too. It's so cute. I love it. I'm really excited to play it, and as you can see on the back of it, it just looks like the layout. It just looks so amazing. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it looks amazing, and it looks super fun and colorful. So yay! Yeah. So that's my number 10 pick.
All right, number 10, Dinosaur Island. Okay, my number 10 is a Shem Phillips game. It is Paladins of the West Kingdom. So we really enjoy Architects of the West Kingdom
and Raiders of
the North Sea. And we have this game and we have Viscounts, but we haven't played this one or Viscounts. I looked through it. I'm not sure. I've heard that it's a bit more complex and harder to learn, so I guess that's probably why I've never played it. I could probably play it solo and see how it works, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I love Raiders, and I love Architects. So I'm definitely, when this one was offered up, I was like, yes, definitely. But for some reason, we've never played it. So
that's my number 10. Paladins of the West Kingdom.
My number 9 is Watergate. I am a huge nerd. I love anything dealing with history. It's, I think, maybe my second or third favorite subject. So I definitely, when I heard about this one, and I was like, we have to play it, because it's basically a game based around the Watergate scandal. So you can be either part of the people who were a part.
Weinstein versus Richard Nixon.
Yeah, so you could be either on Weinstein or Nixon's side. It's so cool. So it's like, if you're a huge history nut, definitely get it. But I don't know why I've never played it, honestly. I really don't.
It only takes about a half hour to an hour to play, and it's a 2-player only game, so it's perfect. But yeah, we just never.
Like we said, we have a problem.
Yeah. My number 9 is a vladikabottle game. Same designer as Codenames, and that is Galaxy Trucker, where it's a real-time game where you're working on building your spaceship, and you can carry cargo through space, and once you're done building it, once time is up, you go through space, and then you get to watch it get destroyed. And then, so that's always fun, and then see like what part survived, and then you score points based on like making sure everything is all closed up and there's no like missing spots. And so that's
it looks so cute too. Like,
yeah, it's got these little tiny astronaut pieces.
Oh, guys, look at that. Like, I'm not sure again if you guys can see that, but I'll move it closer. But it's super cute.
And that is Vladikabottle's Galaxy Trucker.
My number 8 pick is so cute. It's Mariposas, and
Elizabeth Hargrave?
Yeah. By Elizabeth Hargrave. It's so cute, and I saw it because of the butterflies, and I like butterflies. And I think it's the same as another game, Wingspan?
Yeah, she's Wingspan. The same designer as Wingspan. She designed Wingspan, then she designed that game.
Yeah, I really enjoy Wingspan too, so I'm like, if it's anything kind of similar to Wingspan, then I know I'll definitely enjoy it and love it, so.
And you enjoy the AEG games quite a bit.
Yeah, I do. So that's definitely one that I want to play.
Number 8?
Yes.
My number 8 is a big box game, so that is why I haven't gotten to it. I'm really a big fan of Mansions of Madness, and so I bought Cthulhu Death May Die, Eric Lang game. It's basically the same theme as Mansions of Madness, where you're battling Cthulhu and all the cultists, and based on the H.P. Lovecraft, except for there's no app, and it's all just monster battling. It's a big, giant box with all ton of stuff and a bunch of minis in it, and so I do want to play this a lot, really bad, but it's just hard to get to the table because of how big the box is and how much setup and how complex the game is.
Plus, it's something that I think you would need more than just 2 players in order for you to really enjoy. I feel like it's something that you would need more than 2 players to play.
I mean, I could play it solo and I could do it 2 players. I just know that I'm just going to die right away because all the monsters are going to overwhelm me, and I'm just going to die within 3 turns, and it'll be interesting. I'm going to spend
I love
20
how you
minutes.
gave yourself 3 turns. I'd probably die on the first turn.
I don't know. We'll see. That's Cthulhu Death May Die, Eric Lang.
My, number 7 choice is Orleans. I love it gives me, when I saw it, it gave me a very much Renaissance feel. And I really did, and so the theme and the feel that I got from it, I definitely was drawn to it. And just the setup, when I looked up the setup and set it up and everything, it looked like a very fun game. I think it's a little complicated.
It's a bag building game, kind of like the Quacks of Quedlinburg, except for it's a bit more complex.
Yeah.
It's
slightly more complicated than most of the games that are kind of similar to this, but I love a challenge, so I'm really excited to play this. Hopefully, if I can.
It's a bit longer than we usually play games, but
yeah. So it'd have to be on a day when I just definitely don't plan on doing anything.
We haven't fully dove into heavy Euros yet, so this would be a bit of a challenge, but there's a how to play video, so I'll watch that and we'll learn it eventually.
But we might, one of these days, we might definitely be doing a review on this.
Right, my number 7 is a Stefan Feld game. Stefan Feld is known for Euro games that aren't exactly the most attractive looking at all. But this one is Notre Dame, where you're rebuilding a Notre Dame basically from scratch, and that's basically the entire concept of the game, honestly. Paris, 14th century, you're rebuilding the cathedral and fighting the power of the city. And so you're playing cards, it's a cube pusher game, just like a lot of Euros are, but it's supposed to be really good, and so I picked it up, but haven't gotten around to trying it just because of the dry looking presentation of the game. It's not exactly very pretty looking.
The Parisian theme is what got me, because I love Paris. It's probably my favorite city and that I would like to visit. So I definitely want to go there, and I definitely want to go to France. So that's what drew me. But again, because we have a problem, we never got around to playing it.
Yeah, we're just now driving into Euro games. So Stefan Feld definitely has a lot of those Euro games. It's hard to get them to the table because they look so ugly sometimes. And
this, honestly, I think this was one of the ones that we were most excited to play when we first got it. But we never got around to playing it.
Yeah,
why? We don't know.
One of these days, we'll play all of these games.
Right?
Or we'll get rid of them.
We're working on it. Guys. You gotta bear with us.
Yeah, there's no point keeping all these games if we're not going to play them.
Yeah.
Number 6?
Yes. My 6th choice was Mr. Jack. It is basically based around Jack the Ripper, I think.
Yeah, and you're in London, and you're trying to catch Jack.
Yeah.
Before he kills too many people. Is that a Bruno Catala game?
I think so.
So that's the same.
Yes.
So that's the same designer as Seven Wonders, which is a popular card drafting game. But this is a 2-player game that plays about half an hour.
Yeah. And what attracted me to this is, again, the theme of it, because I like anything that's based on the horror genre.
The
So
grotesque.
yeah, grotesque. I'm into the gory, scary kind of stuff. Um, so this was definitely one that interested me. Plus, again, I'm a history nut, so Jack the Ripper and learning about him, that was one of my favorite subjects and things to learn about in history. So I'm super excited to play this one. One of these days we'll get to it. But
My number 6 is Lorenzo Il Magnifico. It's a Simon game. They're known for more of their Ameritrash games, but this is a Euro game. And so you play it as Lorenzo de Medici. And so you're a politician, diplomat, and so you're trying to expand your glory. So you're trying to become an esteemed citizen during that time. It's a Euro game. It's a Euro game. It's supposed to be like a dry, themeless, and supposed to focus more on the mechanics of the game than the actual game itself.
Yeah, like you said, we haven't played a lot of these games, so a lot of these games it's just like the theme or the theme interests us, so we got it and we were very excited to play it, but we haven't gotten around to playing it, so we don't really know the specifics of it. So
yeah, I mean, I was told this is a good game. It's one of the top 100 games of all time based on Board Game Geek. So I figured it's probably worth a try. Haven't gotten around to it yet. Even got the expansion, the Renaissance expansion, House of Renaissance, but that's supposed to add like a fifth player. Not that you'd want to take 2 hours playing with 5 players, but it adds the pink pieces, so that's kind of cool, I guess.
yeah.
So that's Lorenzo Il Magnifico.
So
number 5.
Number 5 for me would be Mysterium. It seems very like, first of all, it's just very beautiful. It is a very beautiful cover. Like, look at that. That's beautiful. And second of all, I love anything, just the name and the theme around it. It's very macabre, I guess you could say. Yeah. And again, I'm into the macabre. I'm into the gruesome, gory, kind of scary, spooky stuff. So this definitely interests me, and
Yes.
I was very interested. I wanted to get it, and I was like, okay, let's get it. Let's play it.
Yeah.
But we never got around to that.
Yeah,
so.
It's sort of like a Dixit meets Clue, where you have these like textless cards that just have art pictures, and one person plays the ghost. It's cooperative, so the ghost is trying to give clues to people without talking. He'll give the cards that he associates with a certain other picture that that the other players are supposed to guess, and they're trying to solve the murder. And you're using only pictures to try and solve the murder.
If you're into like detective work, then this is the game.
Yeah. Number 5?
You're number 5.
Number 5 is a first crossover, and that is Dinosaur Island. This is a big box that has lots of stuff in it. I opened it up, organized it. As I was organizing it, I couldn't fit everything back into the box because there was so much stuff, so I had to take the cardboard insert out and then use like different organizers that I got from the dollar store and organize it that way. It was a big mess, and this box inside is a big mess if I open it up, so I don't even want to open it. But I know I'll enjoy it. It's just a big game that's going to be a challenge to learn, so that's
because the setup is probably so complex, I guess.
Yeah, I could play it solo, but I just haven't gotten around to it. So yeah, that's Dinosaur Island. We'll play it eventually, but it's a big box.
Right.
It's heavy.
Picking it up just now was just a challenge
Yeah,
for me.
it's heaping full. Number 4?
Number 4, second crossover. Lorenzo Il Magnifico. Again, I'm into the theme. I love the theme, and I really like the idea and the base around the game. And the basis of the game, and that's what attracted me to it. So I definitely want to play it one day. Just never got around to it. So
And
it's very fun.
hopefully that'll happen very soon.
Yeah. Plus, honestly, there were some other games that I feel were a little bit higher up on my list to start playing or to play. So I've played those games. So now that we've gotten those out of the way, maybe we can start on this or one of these games.
All right, number 4 is a Phil Walker Harding game. Phil Walker Harding is known for making games that have strategy to them, but they're easy to learn and they're accessible for young people and people new to the hobby. And this one is Barren Park. You're running basically a bear zoo. And so a zoo of only bears, and so there are different polyomino shaped pieces, and you're trying to fill out your zoo.
I love the zoo, so anything animal themed too. So
yeah,
I want to play it.
All right, that is Barren Park.
My number 3 pick is for all you Disney fans out there. Disney Villainous. I love Disney. I'm addicted to it. I'm obsessed with it. So anything Disney is all right with me. So as you can see, that's why I picked this one. And honestly, I don't know what was going through my brain when I got it, and I didn't play it the first chance I got, but
yeah, I thought this would be your number 1.
I did too, honestly. But the one that I did pick as my number 1 actually surpassed this.
Okay.
In one.
Yeah. So in this game, you're playing as a Disney villain, and you are trying to accomplish the goal as they had in the movies.
Yeah.
And then other players will play hero cards to try and sabotage your plan. And so the first person to accomplish their goal will win the game. And so there's different this is one of the expansions. This one comes with Scar,
Ratigan, and Yzma, which I love Yzma, by the way. She's so amazing.
But there's also a base game version, and there's a Gaston version. There's a Cruella one.
There's a Maleficent version, which I think is the base version. I think.
Yes, that one has.
Yeah. I have the base version, and he has the expansion. So.
Yeah, and you can combine all of them together. There's also a Marvel version, and there's also a brand new expansion that's only available at Target right now, which has Loki.
Ooh, so yeah, we gotta go get that one too.
Yeah, and then also there's a Gaston one that has Target exclusive, has like a special figure.
Yeah.
I saw that at the store when I was there. But yeah, so you can combine any ones you want all together into one box and play it. They're all completely interconnecting.
Yeah, you can combine them all and create one just big game that you can add multiple people with, or you could just play it, keep them separate, whichever one is easier, whichever one you desire. But this one I definitely simply for the aesthetic alone, and again, if you're a Disney nut like I am, I definitely recommend getting it.
Yeah, well, definitely. I've played it before. I enjoy it, but she has never played it.
I've never played it. He has.
I don't know how that works out.
Right?
She's the Disney fan.
Because I'm more of a Disney fan than he is.
Number 3? Number 3 is a ugly game, to say the least. It is Terraforming Mars. So, this is a big box game that's like $70. It's expensive. And the card art is hideous. The component quality is bad. The metallic looking cubes are lose their color. It's they're cheap quality. The paper boards are flimsy. But the gameplay is supposed to be amazing. You are playing as corporations, massive corporations trying to inhabit Mars. So you're trying to raise the oxygen level, trying to create it inhabitable for humans, raising the oxygen level, the water levels, building cities and forests and grass and rivers and lakes. It's a lot going on, but it takes a long time to play this.
It's very complex in a way, and there's a lot to it, but it's supposed to be super fun. And I think the thing that's kind of scaring me that's kind of scaring me about playing it, which is why I haven't really gotten to playing it yet, is because it's so complex. It sounds so complex, and it seems like there's a lot to it. So that's kind of scaring me a little bit from playing it, but I definitely want to play it.
Yeah, so basically there's a lot of upgraded components that you can buy for this game that people have made just because this looks so bad. But the people that have actually played it, it's most of their like favorite game of all time, just because of the gameplay of it. It's so it's so solid. But
or at least that's what I got from the reviews.
yeah, a lot of people, it's like it's in the top 5 best games of all time.
Right.
But yeah, we haven't played it just because it's so intimidating, and just the aesthetic of the game is just blah. If you can say that. All right, number 2.
My number 2 pick is Fairy Tale Inn. I'm in love with fairy tales. I love fairy tales, all of them. Growing up, that's one of my favorite part of story time, fairy tales. So Fairy Tale Inn was definitely something that I was interested in playing. It has different, like, you know, your normal fairy tales, like Little Red Riding Hood, Pinocchio, Hansel and Gretel, I think.
Yep.
And I think it's giving me a little bit of a, like, I guess you could say Connect 4 deal.
Yeah, it has this like Connect 4 like
Connect 4 like setup.
yeah, it's a fairy tale inn. It is a like hotel inn, and you're placing these fairy tale creatures in the different rooms, and you score points based on objectives of where they are located in the inn relative to the other ones.
So I feel like this one might be, it's a little bit more, I think, complex than Connect 4.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would be a fairly easy game to learn.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just, I feel like based on, because like I said, we have so many games. Yeah. So a lot of them have just been a little bit more higher up in our list to play and get to than these. But definitely I feel like this would be one of the more easier ones to play. So.
Yeah, it's such a big box for the amount of game you're getting, I feel like.
Right?
It's a massive box, but you're getting only like a 10-15 minute game that's about the size of like this size box for in like that. But yeah, it's a light game that's super
like everything like this is
small.
Yeah, it's super light. I feel like
it feels like a paperweight.
But I feel like it's because there's so much components in it.
There's not.
Well, I mean,
there's the little pieces, but,
yeah.
And there's coins, but they're all super light.
Yeah.
They're just cardboard.
Yeah, well, true. Yeah.
So that's number 2, Fairy Tale Inn. All right. Number 2 for me is one of the most popular games from last year that I bought. It is Lost Ruins of Arnak. So it is a exploration game, kind of like Indiana Jones, sort of, where you're trying to gain treasure and battle the monsters that live here, and it's a deck building game, as well as worker placement. So
there are a couple of deck building games that I've played that I really enjoy. So
yeah, so this is deck building plus worker placement. So it's both of those, but no, I see all the components in here, and I just get intimidated by all the sheer amount of stuff in the box, even though I know it's not going to be a very hard game. It's just something I haven't gotten to the table yet.
I think the thing that intimidates me with this game is the worker placement, because I like worker placement games. It's just, I'm not going to say I'm not very good at it, but they are a bit challenging for me.
They can be challenging, yeah.
So that's the part that intimidates me, but I love the deck building aspect of it, so I would definitely, that's what I'm more excited about. So I guess that kind of outweighs the intimidation.
Yeah, so a lot of the people that make YouTube videos of board games, they say that this was the best game of last year. It's either a toss-up between this game and Dune Imperium, based on the new Dune movie. And this game and the other game are compared quite often as being similar games. But I have not gotten the Dune Imperium yet, so...
I feel like before I played that game, I'd probably have to watch the movie.
Watch the movies, yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. Even though it came out last year and then the movie came out this year.
Right.
Whatever.
I guess it's whichever.
All right, number 1. What's the most anticipated game from our collections?
The one that I've been most wanting to play is Fury of Dracula. I love Dracula. He is my favorite monster ever. He's my favorite classic monster.
One of your favorite books?
Yes, I've probably reread Bram Stoker's Dracula like 5 times.
Yeah.
So, it's an amazing, like, just look at it. It's so amazingly looking and appealing. So I definitely want to play it. Even though the game is basically like everybody is against Dracula, I definitely want to play it, and I feel like it'll be a very fun game. And then it just looks very like the board game. The board itself kind of looks a little bit old. Well, not old school, but old school for the lack of better terms.
It's like it takes place in the 1800s.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And the board very much shows that, but it's definitely something that I really, really love, and I love that era. So.
Yeah, this is just a long game. It's going to take like 2 to 3 hours to play it, and I think we just need someone that's played the game before that can play as Dracula, so to kind of walk us through how to play it, just because it is one of those more complex games to learn how to play. But
it is a 2 to 5 player game, so we could play it just the two of us, but I feel like it would be a little bit more fun because it's like everybody against Dracula, so it would be a little bit more fun if we had 5 players.
Yeah, unless you want to play as 4 characters.
Right, so, and then I feel like also that'd make things slightly more difficult too because you're playing more than one character.
I'm actually glad I got this though because it is out of print and it's like $100 now.
Yeah, so it's
this is the 4th printing.
Yeah, so.
And it's still the 4th printing even goes for that much money. I was able to find a used copy on OfferUp for a good deal, so I'm glad I was able to get that. But
yeah,
we just haven't played it.
Yeah, it's a very interesting game. Again, one of my favorite monsters, but alas, it's just
one of these days when we're smarter.
Yeah, one of the main reasons for that one isn't because we haven't had the time, it's just lack of players.
Yeah, I'm learning how to play it. But my number 1 is also a 2020 game. It is a polyomino game called Isle of Cats. It is card drafting, and you're placing your stray cats on your boat trying to rescue them from the island before time runs out.
Yeah, I love cats. So.
Whether the cats want to be rescued or not, that doesn't matter. We're doing it anyway.
They have no choice in the matter.
Yeah, we're trapping them in baskets and placing them very weird Amistad style on this very, I don't know how morally okay this is, but it's supposed to be a good game. And
Despite that.
Yes, it's supposed to be fun. The card drafting with like one of your favorite games, Funny Kingdom, has this sort of card drafting and placing workers. So this is using cards and then using polyomino tiles instead of those bunny pieces.
Yeah, it looks super fun. It's so cute, and I love cats. So I definitely I love cats. The display and the layout is so cute, and it seems like pretty, I think, easy setup. And again, the artwork is so cute, so who wouldn't want to play this? But us, apparently, because we haven't gotten around to playing it yet.
Yeah,
but
I bought it to play with one of my other friends, and we're gonna play that at some point. I know, but
just a matter of time and availability.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well,
but it definitely seems like a very fun game. But these were our top 10 lists. Games from our shelf of shame, because there is shame that we haven't played these yet. There's lots of shame.
Yes,
the shame is real.
Yes, we're shamed. I can't believe you haven't played that yet.
What do you mean?
No, that's what people that like these games are like. I can't believe you haven't played that game yet.
Right?
It's like we haven't gotten around to it. We have 200 games here that we have to play. But
probably more than that. Because like I said, we have a problem. We like to buy a lot of games, and we have a lot of games. Even though there are a lot of games that we haven't played, we still buy more.
Yep.
That we haven't played.
Well, let us know if there's any of these games that you have played. Let us know what you think about them.
Or if there are any games that you have played and you have any advice for us going in, or any warnings going into the game.
Help us get it to the table.
Yeah.
Advice, help us get it to the table.
And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you are very interested and want to see more of us.
Yeah.
So, I hope you enjoyed this video of ours. Bye.